Hi, everyone. Welcome to a special bonus episode of Senior Living today. In honor of Alzheimer's Awareness Month, we are going to do a follow-up part to the brain health episode that you just listened to. Today, I'm joined by Stacey Walters, Director of Life Enrichment for our Springfield Masonic Community. Thank you so much for joining us today, Stacey.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about caring for somebody who is suffering from Alzheimer's and also when it's time to kind of move them into a senior living community and how to approach that process. So I want to start by talking about what are some tips for helping somebody who has Alzheimer's during difficult times of the day, different types of activities that you can do with them to help them get through those moments.
Yeah, I think it's all about finding meaningful activities to do with your loved one, things that they did in the past, age-appropriate activities, and also trying to pull from their history likes and dislikes that they used to have, and just finding ways to keep the environment calm and soothing and keep their hands and brains working.
Those are all great tips. I know also when caring for somebody with Alzheimer's, sometimes the caregiver can experience burnout. So where could they turn to for support if they are feeling burnt out when caring for a loved one?
Yeah, I think that caregivers are just as important as the one that they're caring for. You really have to take care of yourself to be able to give love and all of the hard work that goes into caring for someone with Alzheimer's. You really got to give yourself that time. So we work really close with the Alzheimer's Association. We're honored to have them here on our campus every second Monday in our clubhouse for the Alzheimer's support group at 1 o'clock. We reach out to the community members and all of our residents here on campus. We urge them all to come to this. It is only for the caregiver, so it's a great way for everyone to come together and pretty much bond and talk about their experiences and what's working for them and what isn't working for them in their own situation.
That's great. And so that is open to the public if they would want to come out.
Yes, we welcome everybody. We gather around the table. We have coffee and cookies. We cry. We laugh. We hug. It's a really good, nurturing environment.
So I know that sometimes the family member might reach a point where they can no longer appropriately take care of the person at home. What suggestions would you offer to a family on choosing the right location to move their loved one to?
Yeah, definitely. I say, branch out, go to different communities, talk to friends and family, and also when you go into tour, you're going to know as soon as you walk in by how you're feeling with the workers, all of the staff, just the whole environment. I think you're going to know, and I think a lot of it is just reaching out to friends and family and making sure that you're educated on all the choices that you're making.
Absolutely. And I know that sometimes there's kind of some guilt that surrounds the caregiver when moving their loved one into a facility. Can you talk about some of the benefits of moving that loved one to a facility that provides memory care?
Yeah, definitely. I think that taking care of yourself, I think it's a 24-hour job at home, and you can't give your all to someone if you yourself are exhausted and burn out. I think it's much easier when you have your loved one in a community that they are getting the socialization that they need. You could keep your loved one at home and try to take care of them to the best of your abilities, but they also need socialization. They need activities to do and places to go and things to do. And you yourself also need to get out and accomplish things in your life. So I think it's nice to come in with a fresh perspective to visit your loved one, feeling good, well rested and well taken care of. And I think in that light, you're giving a much more meaningful relationship to your loved one.
Absolutely. And I think when choosing a facility to move a loved one to, one of the most important things that people are going to look at is the level of care that will be provided to their loved one. I know one of the unique things about Springfield Masonic Community is the training that our employees go through with embodied labs. Can you talk a little bit about that training program, what that's like, and how it makes a difference in the care that's offered to our residents?
Yes, embodied labs is just amazing. It's a simulation that you get into, and you get to actually feel what your loved one is going through at what level of care they are. So, they could be a late stage dementia or a moderate, and you get to get in their shoes and actually feel what it feels like when someone reaches out to you or tries to wash your hair or give you a bath. It can be pretty frightful. So when you get into embodied labs, you really get to experience what they're feeling. And then as you go in to care for your loved one, you know how to use the nurturing ways and calming and soothing environment that they would need in those processes.
So it really gives the caregiver the perspective of the person who has the Alzheimer's or dementia and what they're going through, and then allows them to give better care based on that.
Yes, and empathy. I think that, you can get really angry sometimes when someone isn't doing what you want them to do. But if you put yourself in their shoes and take a step back, then you realize that, you can give them the nurturing care that you need to.
Exactly, that empathy and understanding. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Stacey, for this special bonus episode. Everyone, we will be back again in 2 weeks with another episode of Senior Living Today. If you have any topics or questions you would like us to discuss, please send us an email at omhmarketing@ohiomasonichome.org, and I hope you enjoyed this special bonus episode today.